Congratulations on Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome. I love that it's rated R and for the strong, bloody horror violence.
I'm very happy when I get the descriptors. I was like, yes, that's what I would read. When I go see a movie, I want to see what the descriptors are. So it's accurate.
I agree. Always rated R, a plus. But what is the magic in outdoing your horror films? Is the blood getting thicker? Is
In a way, you have to have ideas that are so bonkers. People go, I can't believe someone even thought of that. Because people have seen so much gore in other movies and on television that it's like an ingredient. It's like if you have too much of one ingredient, it overpowers the dish. Like I make pizza and I always think, oh, more mozzarella. But if you put too much mozzarella, it gets really watery and your crust collapses. And so then you're just left with like a steering wheel of crust, like the bottom falls out. So I like to have the right amount of gore. If the audience is screaming and covering their eyes and excited but dreading what happens next, then I know I've hit the perfect balance. But for me, it's just about coming up with stuff going, I'm competitive. So I want it to be better than anyone else's kills in any other movie. I want people to come out of it and say nobody does it the way Eli does.
there were many times where I wanted to cover my face, but I just needed to keep watching.
Oh, that's the best. Look, if I have do the right photography, the right music, the right makeup effects, I have Academy Award winner Adrienne Moreau doing the gore, who's absolutely brilliant. But if I really do my job, no one watches the screen. They go, "Oh, I saw the inside of my fingers." Like the highest compliment is someone says I threw up or I couldn't watch it. That to me is like getting an Academy Award for a horror film.
Well, I definitely will not be seeing a turkey the same way
Thank you.
after this film.
Well, I want everyone's dinners to get perverted because that's what I think has happened to the holiday with all the Christmas Black Friday shopping. It used to be about being thankful and being appreciative. And now these sales have started and it's bled over. I mean, as soon as it was November 1st, my phone started blowing up with text messages Black Friday sale, Black Friday sale. There's no Thanksgiving anymore. We go from Halloween to Black Friday. So I really wanted to comment on that in the movie. I think that we've completely lost the holiday.
And you know what? I think a lot of families can relate. My family did it once. My dad left Best Buy with blood in one leg.
Wow, yeah, it's real. And what's crazy, there's a sickness underneath that because it's too simple to say everybody's greedy. It's not that. It's that nobody's paid enough money. It's that these corporate overlords are sitting in their mansions watching us fight for waffle irons and play these gladiator games. So it's not even that people are greedy. People have no choice but to make it to the Black Friday sale because it's the only time you'll ever be able to afford all the Christmas gifts that your kids want. Meanwhile, a few people at the top are making all the money while we're like these rats scrambling for crumbs. So that's when I come upon a theme like that, when you get that idea, that gives me something to structure the movie around and a reason for being. And I think that's actually what makes it terrifying. Are like, we have this thing, we're so thankful, and someone says free waffle iron, and you literally trample your neighbor and elbow them. So it's sad, but no surprise that your father has a bloody lip. In Massachusetts, that's normal. Like people go and they fist fight for this stuff. It's a full contact sport.
Yes, and I think we're also because we're masochist, just to have that experience of what it's like. My dad ended up with blood in his lip, not because he was part of it, but somehow he got punched.
Yeah, I believe it. People get punched at these things, and for what? For waffle irons. Suddenly we from all love each other to you're a competitor. I need that. We're so thankful for our health, and then it's like I'm going to kill this person to get a flat screen TV. So there's something very scary and very real about that. How we can all turn that way. And I'm not saying I'm above it. Everybody does it. You see something, and suddenly they're your competition. It's something in our DNA that makes us do it. Certainly, growing up in Massachusetts, a fight can break out over anything. I remember going to school, walking between classes. Guns weren't a problem, but you were always worried that some kid was going to throw you in the locker and beat the crap out of you because you're wearing the wrong t-shirt. So that's where everyone says, why do you make horror movies? It's like, well, grow up in Massachusetts in the 70s and 80s. You'd be making horror movies too.
Well, thank you so much for your time and thank you for taking us back to Massachusetts. I hold Massachusetts dearly in my heart. So that was also part of the joy.
Are you from there?
No, but I've
But you've
been
been
there a
there.
couple of times, so I have good memories.
Good. Well, I do too. They all came out in this movie.
Well, thank you again. Congratulations.
Thanks, Nancy.